Hello and welcome to the Quibber channel. I am Jason, your host. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning. There wasn't any Munchies International last night because it being Mother's Day in America. People wanted to go and spend time with their mothers and that, which is completely okay. On my Discord server, on the community that's formed around it, we have some amazing discussions, some of the most heated and wonderful. Anything goes. We talk about politics, we'll talk about religion, we'll talk about anything. Unlike most places, we don't shy away from it because there's respect there. And you can have two people in our chat, completely opposite opinions, completely opposite corners of the situations. And sometimes the joy of the discussion, the conflict is brilliant. And it's like there was a wonderful one going on for like 3 hours. And when I thought about this, of how wonderful our little community is and how we can have completely different opinions, but we're still there for each other. We're still friends. We're still looking after each other and care. It's a pity the world in general can't do the same. I wanted to point something out, and this is going to be posted to both my community and to on here. There's something that happens, and there's something that most people don't understand. When a person who's autistic or has ADHD or bipolar, these kind of things can all mesh together, interrupt you in a discussion. They're not being rude. I need to repeat that. They are not being rude. They are not being disrespectful. What is happening is this. The focus of the mind in a conversation for someone who's neurodivergent is on plot points. So let's say someone says something that your mind grabs hold of. Now, a normal person has this to-do list and they can remember what's going on and they can formulate their response. But that isn't how an ND person mind works. If they don't instantly respond within 5-6 seconds, their brain will forget it. Because it will still be trying to focus on this conversation going on here. If they pull out one certain point and they don't respond to you and interrupt you and tell you exactly what they're thinking, right at that moment, that's lost. It goes away, just disappears. It's not kept in short-term memory. It doesn't filter to long-term memory. And our brains know this. We know this. And this is why in conversations sometimes, if you're having a conversation with someone with ADHD or any of that kind of thing that can draw away the normal memory list and it doesn't work as well, if we jump into the conversation or interrupt you, it's because we're very, very interested in the conversation and we want to try and get this out before it disappears from our head. We are not doing it to be rude. We are not doing it to stop you. We are not doing it to interrupt you. We know ourselves what it's like to be interrupted in a train of thought. It can completely derail, especially a neurodivergent person. It's like if any kind of noise or effect, it can distract them completely. But when it comes to, if you're listening to something, and we're listening intently to what you're saying, and you say something that we go, if we don't do that, it'll fade away within 3 or 4 or 5 seconds. That's the problem. And just wanted to make sure that the people I know and people who get in conversations with me understood this, that in no way is it me trying to override a conversation or trying to grab what's going on and take the tension on me. It's just that I'm so intent on the conversation that what you've said is so interesting to me that you've said something, whether it's positive or negative, well, it's part of the discussion, it's part of the thingy. If my brain doesn't grab hold of that at that very moment and put it into words, there's no holding pattern. There's no holding pattern until it's my turn to talk. It will just disappear. I won't have it anymore. So that's why it happens. And I just wanted people to hear it, because I know we see a lot of people who are neurodivergent and that being classed as being rude, or being classed as being, oh, you can't have a conversation with them and all this kind of thing, and they interrupt you and you don't have the social cues in it. But it's this thing where if we're really intensely interested in the conversation and we hear something 10%, 20%, 30% through your talk, if we don't answer you instantly, you say, oh, why don't you write it down? Well, if I write it down, then I can't listen to what's going on. I'm doing shifting from there to here, and I want to listen to what you're saying. So if I don't stop you and say exactly what I wanted to say at that moment in time, I know that I will forget it within 3 to 5 seconds, and then that will make me feel, yeah. It's sad, but yeah. So if you've got a boyfriend, if you've got a girlfriend, if you've got someone, a partner or a relationship or a friend who's neurodivergent, and they do this, they interrupt you when you're talking about something, most of the time they're not being rude, they're not interfering, they're not trying to stop you having your conversation. It's because they appreciate what you've said has got to their brain. What you've said has got to their brain. And if they don't respond instantly to what you've said, it goes away. Because they're still trying to focus on as you keep going in that line, this part here that they were interested in is gone. And then their brain just disappears, it just goes from them. So just wanted to let people know that, because I really appreciate the kind of conversations and discussions that we can have on the server and that. And if you're wondering how to get on our server, the best way is trust. You will have to get to know us and that. And we keep it as a closed server now because there is what I would call malign actors and unfriendlies out there who always try to trash things that are good. And so we invite people on a person-to-person basis, or if you talk to me on when streams, which I don't do streams much anymore because the community has become the community I always wanted. So this is Jason for the Quebec channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day.